It's one of those things you don't forget. I think it was Tuesday, November 11th, 2013. And I remember it because I was at a school board meeting that night, and I had had a biopsy like the week before that. And when I came home, Bill was here, my husband, and he didn't look right when I came in the door. And he just gave me a big hug, and he said he had gotten a call, and it had been a physician's assistant that I had been working with, and she had given him the results of the biopsy. And so, he told me that it was positive, and he just held me. The first appointments that I had, and we all went, Bill and Josh, he was 13 then. It sounded like the usual routine is surgery and then chemo and then radiation. Things move so fast, and there was appointment after appointment after appointment. And we were meeting with the surgeon, and then they also scheduled another biopsy to get more details about the cancer. And when that came back, they switched it up that more effectively would be the chemo treatments first and then surgery. I don't know, we ended up with an oncologist. It's just gotta be God, Dr. Bloom, Stuart Bloom, and he was so good for us. When we met with him, he was able to explain really well what it was that we were looking at, how this particular cancer worked. There was just a newly approved treatment for it, and he diagrammed out how the cancer works and how this treatment works. But it was still scary. It was really unreal. I think that we both had just believed that it would be nothing. Some of the really hard things were letting people know, without knowing really what all was going to happen. Talking to family, letting them know. It's a hard thing to share with people that love you and that you love. I had 6 treatments, and they were like 3 weeks apart. I'd have the chemos on Thursday or Friday, and like 2 days later I would just be feeling horrible. And that would last like a week. I couldn't eat. I felt sick a lot. I felt nauseous. So the physical part of it was hard, and it was such a cold winter. I was cold all the time. After the 3rd one, when I had to go into the 4th one, that one really was the worst. I just thought, I can't do this anymore. I just can't. And then the 4th one was over, and the 5th and the 6th, I knew I was, on the downhill side, and that was good. It was really good. By the time it came for the surgery, it was, I was ready for it, and like, okay, God's got this. And then the same thing after that, when I found out I really did have to have the radiation treatments. And there too, it was 6 weeks, 5 days a week, about 45 minutes each way there and back. And someone kind of formed a sign-up sheet or something, and people took me back and forth almost every day. It made me realize just how good people really are. So when I finished the 6 weeks of radiation, in the reception area there was a bell, and I hadn't really known what all it was for. But when anyone finished their treatment, they would ring the bell as like a celebration, and people would cheer and clap, and it was really a celebration, because it was the end of a journey that most people don't want to be on. But I grabbed hold of the rope and just rang it. I started out slow, I think, and I thought, wait a minute, I'm done. This is over. And so I just started ringing it, and all of a sudden I realized I got the rope in my hand, and the bell is quiet, and so I just yanked the rope right off of it. It was a good way to end things.